All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a whole new playthrough. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad to be here. I see Mechasaurus. I see a first-time chatter in Coconut Kitty Cat. Welcome. And I see Trocanero. How are we doing today? Catastrophe and Cat as well. Lovely to see you two. Yeah, I'm playing a game I've not played before, which is quite exciting. Actually, probably at the first playthrough tag, actually. Yeah, should probably do that. It's fine. It is my first playthrough. Because I've been doing King's Quest 7, which I've played before, I didn't have the tag on. And another first-time chatter in Maras Kunoita. Either I'm going crazy or there's an element of Finnishness to your name. Hello, how are you doing? I may be completely off kilter there. That might not be. You might not be Finnish at all. But you know, something about the way the vowels and the consonants go together. Just I don't know. It seems Finnish to me. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. So we're playing a game called Detective Grimoire. It means November Witch. Oh, nice. I like that. I'm playing a game called Detective Grimoire, which I think started as a Flash game, and then it got remastered into a whole new game with a whole new art style. And now there's a sequel and a third game coming too as well, from, what's the development team called again? SFB Games, who also made Crow Country, the survival horror game from last year, which I need to play at some point. But yeah, I've been wanting to play this one for a while. It's been on my list for quite a significant amount of time. So, you know, it's just one of those things where, like, it's a point and click I've had on my list, and I'm gonna stream that at some point, and then I never do it. But I have, like, one of my game last promise is to play Tangle Tower, which is the sequel. But I can't really play the sequel until I've played the first one, so we're streaming the first one. So we're here, we're doing it. I don't know much about it. I played the demo of Tangle Tower, and I really like that, but I don't know much about the original at all. Although I correct me if I'm wrong, but is Aaron Hansen a voice actor in this game? I seem to remember that being a thing, maybe? Might be completely wrong there. I might be remembering an entirely different game. He is. Okay, I thought it was this game. Okay. Yeah. Other things I need to go through. Game Blast is coming. I've talked about this in the past few streams. But I will add, if any of you are streamers yourself and you want to contribute something to our tombola, we have guest submissions open at the moment. And the tombola is basically a thing, if you don't know, where every £100, I think it's going to be £100, we will draw a ball from the tombola, and whatever that ball is corresponds to a specific promise. It could be a promise from with the Weird Blast team, or it could be a promise from a guest submission that you may have put in yourself. But it's basically like, you know, it's rewards for people donating to charity that is kind of randomized. And of course, if we get enough donations, you're going to get all the promises through anyway. But it's basically an incentive to get people to keep going and keep donating. And because, you know, if they get to that next threshold, there'll be another draw from the tombola. And tombola is just fun. We have a lot of fun with it. So, if you've got an idea for something to submit to it, let me, Weird, Ebac, or Laura know, and we'll put it on the spreadsheet and get it ready to go for you. So a little bit of this game, it seemed interesting, but I don't like the art style. It's fair enough. Art styles are a fickle thing, and obviously they can be very subjective. I know a lot of people don't like, say, for example, Return to Monkey Island's art style. I like it myself. I understand why a lot of people don't. Let's get into it, because like I'm just excited to play this. It's an entirely new game for me. Right. It should be set up once okay, if I put it there, and that should load in a few seconds. Come on. There it is. Okay. It boots up really quickly. Looking forward to you playing Tangle Tower because I love that game. I'll be doing it soon. I don't know exactly what day it's going to be. I've got a vague schedule in my head, but it might change. But basically, in the next week or so, I'm going to be doing Tangle Tower because I'm aiming to get a lot of, if not most of this game, if not all of this game done today, because I hear it's quite short. So we're going to go for it. Tangle Tower, everybody. Let me know how volumes are because I've turned the game down a little bit. If it's too quiet, I'll turn it up. I have a schedule. I know, surprising, right? The schedule is more like just kind of as and when I can fit things in. I don't have a set schedule. It's I have to fit things around work. So yeah. Also, Pagan Drink with 65 bits. I'm sure they'll. There they are.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. Thank you for the 65 bits. I spent like an hour looking for my headphones, and I did eventually find them. Hopefully, a better detective than I. All right. Ooh, new save file. There's something about this that seems very much like it was on mobile at some point as well. Oh, headphones strongly recommended. Sound is important. Interesting. Speaking of headphones. Armor Games production. Written score by Raphael Benjamin Meyer. Programming and developed by Tom Vian. Backgrounds by Catherine Unger. Edwin Tonger's Grimoire. Grimoire is the name of definitely the name of the detective. Then I wasn't sure about that.
2025 last night, a murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction deep within the heart of the marshal.
Hold on. A tourist attraction. Here?
Oh my.
I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in this swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see why it matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
Oh.
Murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
You've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Okay. Please file. Richard Remington, founder of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggests an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. Okay. Oh my. That's the suspect. I see. Okay then.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you.
Oh.
This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
All right. Oh, these little animations are cute. Chapter 1, a swamp full of secrets.
Your case file is in the top right.
Okay,
You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here.
great.
When you've collected some, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I see the mobile gaminess of it.
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Oh, really? This is you move around.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, well, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
Weird girl from the fairground. That seems...
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you
Excuse me, that's my mobile.
I'd better go after it. You can wait
Move
here
that out of the way.
and
You'll
behave.
get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a
map.
map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know
Sorry.
all about
It's
it
a like
already?
Scar, but I find out we
They
play
say
mobile
he was
games.
the
So disappointing.
creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean? If you...
I like his...
She disappeared.
It's fun.
I might pretend I imagined her.
Sure, if that helps.
Is an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting?
Interesting. Okay. Ah, okay, so there's 3 things to discover here at the entrance. Okay. You can click and hold the back button to exit immediately from menus.
It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water.
I see.
Just an odd old tree. I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
Don't worry, I know what's going on. I'm just trying to make sure I've got some notes here. I mean, looks like we've got our notes covered here. Is there anything for this one? No clues. Okay. So there's just nothing to find there. All right, then we'll do some more exploring.
Don't forget. Just my luck, the gate's closed.
Oh. She does look like Little Mai, by the way. That is true.
Looks like I can move these metal latches around.
Ah, puzzle.
I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Oh, it's got physics. Delightful.
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
I mean, it's not really that complicated. It's not high security.
This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking.
Okay.
Drag any 2 stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between
I like this.
to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to
Oh
make
man,
any money.
there's a bot in the chat.
It's
Get
really
out of here.
bugging me.
Get out of here, placid stub. No one asked. No one asked. How dare you?
What's the story behind this place?
This is interesting.
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food. There's a hollow part of the tree right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
Okay. How many are in this area? There's another one to find.
Note to self, don't fall in.
I don't plan to.
It's a fork in the road. How non-linear.
That's funny.
It's a... Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there. Those trees...
Okay.
It's a... It's the big... Was this entire place built around it?
Okay. Gathering a decent amount of notes. Gigantic tree. Hollow part. Don't fall in is just generally good advice. It's so true. Colonel, Colonel, I'm trying to inspect the swamp. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the museum first. That sounds fun. Ooh.
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
Interesting.
I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Okay. Excuse the dog. Good. There's 3 total things to find here.
A rather prominent tree stump. It's hard to ignore.
That dog is going crazy.
Looks like this path.
Maybe it wants me to go investigate
There's a narrow path
before.
here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction. Rocks sitting in the water like stepping stones. If that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one. I should visit the... I think Officer...
To the west? Okay. Ah, here we go. So we're looking at this first.
So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Oh, there's a map. I heard I got a map, but I didn't think about it. Okay. Outside office.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
Interesting.
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door and back down into those reeds by the water.
The reeds, eh?
The strange footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
Ooh. Something is here.
A strange pair of green flippers, badly hidden in the reeds outside the office.
The dog is being told off now. Strange green flippers. Who left these lying around?
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
The dog, he's fine. He's just causing trouble as he usually does, you know? Clues. So this is one of our suspicious objects. These strange green flippers. Okay. Okay, there's more to learn about Mr. Remington as well. This is our supposed murderer. They've not been seen in 60 years.
I don't...
Okay, we found all the clues in this area. So presumably we can head back and start looking at some other things now. Oh, hello.
Let's get this investigation started.
Hello.
All right, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
It's my 23rd name, but it's the one I like best. It's my second name, Detective. These are good options. All of these are good. I'm gonna go with this one because, like, you know, Columbo's first name is Lieutenant, of course.
It's my second name. Detective is my first name.
What should I talk about? Your job.
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Okay.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that
Grimoire and
man
Columbo
standing
shaking
on that
hands.
rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Interesting.
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Interesting.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
Heard of people look like a thumb,
No,
but this
I
is
was over at the
ridiculous.
cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Was he?
Remington? You saw him last night? Just
Hydration,
before the
thank
murder?
you, Gildersleeve.
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help,
Did
but
he
he just
now?
wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
Perhaps. Or you can present clues to them. Oh, in like a sort of Ace Attorney sort of way. Interesting.
You should ask someone else.
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of Ace Attorney to this. I like that. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
do you have a message for me?
What a
no,
look!
I
What a look on this
think
guy.
so?
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van de Peer,
The famous movie director?
the artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
Oh, wow.
That's great. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'll be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
The clue system from the beginning is kind of like Miles Edgeworth games. Okay. And Grimoire was inspired by Gumshoe. Ah, it's very clear in the old prototype. I haven't seen much of the old prototype. I've seen like a couple of screenshots of it, but yeah, that's cool. Anyone just out here and start filming? Richard Remington. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Vincent Van de Peer only recently got permission from a recent Vincent Remington to film here in the swamp.
Vincent Van de Peer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Van de Peer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
The challenge topic will now be available when talking to Vincent. Find the truth.
What?
What? Challenge unlocked.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine.
Not
Every
watching Egg.
situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Okay. Money!
Right. That's the one.
I mean, yeah.
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits.
I
It
see.
made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Okay.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? but that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling,
I love the way the characters move. It's really
experiencing,
delightful.
I'm discovering this area, the history, the atmosphere. It's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
Okay.
You're making a movie about Boggy. About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Okay.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his
Does
work.
he?
But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed, I was working very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Really?
Bobby Burrow, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track.
Really?
Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Okay. Bobby Burl told me that. Hold on. What have we got? Doesn't explain why. Lied to me because. Okay, Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night. Okay, hold on. So Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found. And then, can you lie to the suspects about what people told you to trick them into giving things away? That's a good question. So Bobby Burl lied to me. Burl's camera was nowhere to be found. That doesn't make sense, right?
Bobby Burl lied to me because Burl's
I don't think
camera
that's right.
was nowhere to be found last night.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, no, the camera can't lie. But I'm pretty sure Bobby Burl was the one that was nowhere to be found.
Burl's camera doesn't explain why Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night.
It's something to do with the fact that he always goes with his camera, but he wasn't able to be found. How do we phrase this? Music is so weirdly whimsical, it is. I'm pretty sure this is right. Maybe that's that. Bobby Burrow lied to me because, but then nothing else makes sense. Maybe we can rule out was so useless. I mean, that's got to be this. I can't. There's nothing else that makes sense. The night sky.
The night sky was one of the reasons Bobby Burrow was nowhere to be found last night. I don't get it. Maybe Bobby Burrow needs to do a little explaining.
See, that makes sense, but also, but I can't have him in both places. Maybe Vincent told me. Told me? Hold on. Oh wait, yeah. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Vincent Van de Peer told me that Bobby Burrow was nowhere to be found last night.
I was overthinking that.
Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrow doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Alright. Oh, film footage. Tap on a sound to hear it playing. Creaking. Outcry. A blast. A clang. An outcry. Ripping. Thud. Clang. I've got a vague idea of what's going on there.
Huh.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
Sitting my hands here to
That's
keep
right,
myself
he
from
was
saying
looking
too
after
much.
that
That's
camera.
fair, yeah, I'll only
So
ask for a
I
hint
went
if I
a
need
late night
it.
stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, what's his
I
hobby
can't say
is the
that.
question.
I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Yeah.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes, but I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know
Okay.
the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Ooh. Oh my god.
What? is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Okay. A blurry photograph taken by Bobby Bill shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. Interesting. So we can have a look.
Suspicious. Not suspicious.
Okay, that's not suspicious. That could be a bit suspicious.
Not suspicious.
It's suspicious for Burl, but not for him. Filmed by himself. Yes.
Not suspicious.
Okay.
Oh?
Okay. Mind, this is absolutely not how you handle developing photos. That's absolutely true. Okay, let's do a bit more exploring. A museum,
I
eh?
don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Is it?
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum... That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up in wooden...
Wooden supports, eh? Okay. Can I go inside?
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear. That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one. Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer
Top hat guy being Leighton, I suppose.
who first discovered boggy in this swamp 60 years ago. Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs.
Ah.
Something seems out of place.
Okay. Oh.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit.
Yeah.
It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Interesting. Okay. So we've got some flippers and we've got some gloves.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though. I'd better take a look at this.
Oh my goodness. What a creature.
This journal. It's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
Journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back. Yeah, okay. Also fan fictions about Boggy. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
I'm doing a drawing of your beautiful face. I'm writing back things about you in my notebook. I'm writing my diary. It's been a long day.
I'm writing in my diary. It's been a long day.
Okay.
So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Oh, okay.
What kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination
Okay.
of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Oh, wow, that's rude. Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches, in which he had 3 claws in each arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms instead to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that information is out there somewhere. Oh, I see. Oh, let me have a look at something real quick. Actually, no, I'll look at that in a second. I'm going to keep talking to him first. Gee, yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking the gloves seem to match with the modern interpretation rather than the classic one. His hair and his neck, but no face. That's true, he does. Oh, God.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah. Were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick in getting through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
What do you think of...
Next time, only show me something if it's...
Okay. What do you think of
This
Vanderveer?
person is of no interest to me.
Okay. You
Are
like
you
Boggy.
asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Interesting.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need.
Okay.
The real swamp creature had claws. 3 on each hand, to be precise.
Yeah, that's
Why does the
that.
costume just have these pathetic fins instead?
Yes.
Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest
Oh,
secret.
yeah. No one's seen his feet.
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
Okay. Well, interesting. I don't think this guy is suspicious. I think he's just a weirdo. Although he does have there's a lockpick that's gone missing. I wonder if someone took that away. Folder wants Boggy feet pics. He has no images on WikiFeet, sadly.
What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
Oh, hold on. I see. I don't think they rotate at all. How goes the case, detective? Oh, I'm finding out some things. Ooh. Maybe this goes. Yeah. Oh, hold on. There's something on this as well. Something like this. Doesn't quite match up, does it? Hold on. Is there... Okay. That's at the top, next at the bottom, clearly. Unless it's like, it's more than one step. Let's say this goes with this or something like that, you know? I think it goes like something like that, you know? And that doesn't fit with anything. Unless, like, this is the middle. I think it's 2 feet. Yeah, otherwise it doesn't work, does it? This puzzle is pretty damn fiddly. It seems that way. I feel like I'm missing something. So these ones don't seem to have any kind of markings on them anyway. Did I end up with some stuff on the floor as well, or is that just like... I'll put these aside. Hold on. I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. That's it.
That footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Okay, nice. Anything else in this area? There's something else to find. Let's click on the tree.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird.
That's how it feels to play Myst.
The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Okay. What's that? Oh.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home. Someone, well...
Before we go in, let's just see if there's anything else to find in this particular location. Nope, that's it. Okay, we'll go in then.
The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place.
Oh,
Once
of course.
they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Okay, I see. We need something that'll reach this one. Okay, that doesn't reach that. Maybe one like here or something. Okay, yeah, that works. Maybe like this? Alright, nice. Hello?
You just
Oh my
walked
goodness.
straight into my house, did you?
Yes. Not exactly. I had to climb up here first. I'm paid to walk into people's houses. I'm sorry, I would have rung the bell.
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No.
Nothing doing.
I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
Potential.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
Interesting.
What have you been doing for that time?
60
If you
years
don't
is
mind me
an
asking.
important number that I
have
keep
many
seeing coming up.
reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details.
The character
of
designs
my
are
life.
great, yeah.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area.
Ooh.
I've learned many things from them.
What
We might
about
be
this
able to
little
get
chemistry set
some,
you've got on your table?
I wouldn't
information
call it
about the flowers
a
then.
chemistry set.
Because we've seen some flowers around.
But if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Okay.
Wow. How do you do that?
Chemistry.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. Patron Weybridge's book of pressed flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side doors of the museum and can't be found anywhere else.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
That's right.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
No.
That's cryptic.
That sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
Great.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
That's great. That's such a delightful level of sass. Oh, man. What do you think of
I have
Remington?
nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
All right.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Okay.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Do you know any... I mean, I'm going to assume you don't really know any of these people.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
Humor in these games is great. I'm gathering that,
You should
absolutely.
ask someone else. Show it to someone who
Cares.
doesn't. They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum. You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Okay. Actually, I haven't shown these to... Why are these goopy?
Let's see.
Oh, it's a liquid sample.
First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet. And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
I mean... Hey, Grundislav! How's it going? Welcome. Were you doing some game dev stuff? It's nice to see you. I hope you're well. Yeah, it's been a little while, I think. But yeah, I'm glad to see you. I'm just playing some Detective Grimoire today. Implementing Steam achievements. Oh wow, that sounds quite technical. I've always wondered how difficult that is to do. That's like something whenever I see that like Steam achievements in a game, I'm like, what actually triggers the achievement? Like I've always wondered that. Do you have to put like a little thing in the game that like trips? And is it in the game's code or is it in something else? I don't know. I'm assuming it would be in the game's code, obviously. But like I just have no idea how it works. It's really curious. Like, and there's certain things that are like so unusual to quantify. And I'm like, that must be difficult to do. You need to reference it on the Steam backend. Yeah. So this will be for Rosewater then, right? I presume there's quite a few achievements in this one, considering you got like isn't multiple pathways and that sort of thing. I'm really looking forward to playing it. 61. That's quite a lot for an adventure game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this game several times. Oh, that's really exciting. And thank you so much for the raid. Really looking forward to Rosewater.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
Alright.
No, thank you.
Okay. Great.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
It's fair, I'm a hermit who lives in a tree. How would I know? It's a far better excuse to I'm an ass who doesn't care about others vibe Mr. Folder has. Never heard of this game. Is it fun? I mean, it's my first time playing it. So far, I'm having a lot of fun. It's very funny. It's got some really neat detective sort of themes going on, and like, really curious.
You can put that away. I can't help you.
Yeah,
with it.
she's not interested in anything that's like not liquidy, you know.
No, thank you.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might.
Try get them over the previous game and it was broken, so I stopped bothering. Oh, wow.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Okay. Hold on. Is there anything else to look at in the treehouse? Oh, there's plenty of things to look at in the treehouse. Let's do that then.
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore.
Okay.
Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense. Check out that the tree. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
This is neat.
I'm indoors. What a treat. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading, though I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually. There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers. How fascinating. I must take some time to read it.
Okay. That's everything in this area. Okay, where are we on the map? Okay, we've only got 3 more locations left to discover. Ah, this is the cafe.
Predictably, a trash can, and I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Oh, it's a drawing.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
Okay. These look like designs for a boggy costume. What's going on around here? Ah, okay. Now, presumably, we need to find the different parts. We already have 2 and 5. But we need to find the head, the little cheese body, and the leggings.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
Those black and white for... Okay, hold on. No. This costume that I found in the trash explains what the black and white photo is showing.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Indeed. Chapter 2, A Deadly Disguise.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on the office door.
Remington's
That's where I
office?
was gonna go first.
Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
It's like a spool and some barrels.
A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
There's something else here.
Grass, trees, nothing unusual. Grass. There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
His head is a chef's hat.
Feel
It's
free
true.
to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
Thank you,
I'm
creepy
supposed
chef.
to look to the past, right?
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago.
Lady Weybridge was
I was
living
thinking
in the
that
swamp
earlier.
when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer. Grass. There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Harper and Folder are the ones voiced by Aaron. I was wondering because I was thinking if Aaron is well, considering Aaron isn't this game, I was trying to figure out who he was. It's like he must have done some interesting character voices, and obviously he has. That's everything here. Well, in that case, let's go back to Lady Weybridge and start challenging her. I like the way she turns around. Oh, his boggy costume's a new thing. Okay, well, that's this
I
first.
found these designs for a Boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
Interesting.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today, when you barged into my house.
Well, that's true enough.
Remember?
You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
What else do you need? There's a page missing from this journal.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You took it from the journal
no.
that was on
No, that's
display in
wrong.
the museum. Let's think about this one again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay, you need to get them all right in order to do it.
You were already...
Oops. Need to be careful.
that
The... You know... His sketch...
you all You learned to...
Page
Just
missing.
Why?
Because you...
You're... Or what?
You took it from the journal while it was on display. That was no. You stole it from him before he left the swamp. I really have no idea. I mean...
I really have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know the
If
answer.
I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then... I'll show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Ah,
What's this?
the feet.
Footprints.
The lost page ripped out the explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago. Features a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes in the front and 1 at the back. This page proves the footprints were found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Well, how curious.
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Oh god.
Yes.
Are you going to tell me?
Stop talking about
No.
the swamp monster's feet pics, everybody.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Okay. Right. Well, we've made some progress here. We need to do some more exploring, though. We've still got 2 more locations to find, and I think there's some notes we're missing on a couple of them as well. So...
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Oh!
Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them? Is there? What on earth? This
I'm trying to move them out of the way.
doesn't seem to belong here at all.
The head.
It's some kind of
It's also...
made costume head, I think.
The inside has the same material that was on the curtains of the office.
There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
Headpiece of a homemade boggy costume, found hidden amongst the boggy hats in the gift shop. Has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. The red lining was ripped. A piece ripped from some curtains. Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope.
Why would you? Why would you worry about it? Okay, we've gotten everything there, so let's talk to this lady. A FNAF looking head.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
I know. I was in my office yesterday.
I know. I was in my office yesterday.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats.
Okay.
Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
Wow.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway.
Just being a little bit forward, yeah.
Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here, exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on.
Okay.
You don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
Oh, okay.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's
Okay.
impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
Interesting.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway.
Okay.
I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here?
Interesting.
By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in my bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Okay, we got the leggings. You know.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look
We
like
just did the
swamp-
cheese body.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part.
I mean, you're wearing them currently, and you
No,
said that
you're
you had a spare pair,
I
so
always wear these.
I would assume you always wear them. Based on that. Yes. Okay. What do you
These
think?
hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Okay.
Where are you keeping all this? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
I love showing
I have
adventure
no
game
idea
characters
what
random
that
things,
is.
and they're just like, okay.
Where are you keeping all this? This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Yeah. That'll be where the what you call it, the clearer water is.
Is that one of your clues?
Thanks.
I have... Where are you... Is that one of...
I'm just clearing them out the way.
I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time.
Okay.
Maybe in the sequel.
Okay.
That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before.
You love Tangle Tag because there's so many items and they're more varied dialogue. Oh, I love that.
I have no idea what that is.
I love how Broken Sword does it, where you can like show people like really pointless stuff. I find that hilarious. Like in Broken Sword 1, when you have like the tissue that has like the face paint on it, and you just go up to people and go, "Look at this dirty tissue," and they're like, "Put that away. That's disgusting." it's so funny.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
All right. Well, what about?
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
Yeah.
Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me.
It's true, guy. I mean, it would be a suspicious thing or two, but
I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
what about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
I know. Okay. Right. Oh, we can teleport. Or fast travel, more like.
Ah,
Hello.
you've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a
He
pretty
seems
cool name.
delightful.
Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why could you bounce if I threw you at the wall?
Why? Because you'd bounce if
funny.
I threw you against the wall?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
Alright.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that
Oh,
mean?
God.
Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it
Not
was...
thought, felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that.
Oh.
He's earned the right to be left alone.
He's earned it,
We're
hasn't
fools
he?
to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything.
Okay.
So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds
I can
of
show 'em the
animals,
footage.
some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
I'm gonna present him with this.
No thanks, my friend.
Okay, never mind. That doesn't mean anything to
What
him.
can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years.
Okay.
I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that.
Suspicious rounding
And
up,
I'm
I know,
a
right?
Very
It's very
observant
unusual.
person.
This guy's a little suspicious, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
Yeah, 60 to 100 is a very large jump.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
You don't care about anything, do you?
This is
Ah,
the
there we go.
journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else.
And
No
flippers.
thanks, my friend.
Oh, right, the black leggings are presentable as
I'm
well.
afraid I have...
Okay.
You're wasting your time with that one.
Do you know about Mr.
The
Remington?
murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost. Ah yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well.
Oh, interesting.
And we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Did you now?
I have nothing to say about them.
Great.
You're asking the wrong person. You're wasting your time with that one.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have anything
He
to
seems
say.
like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
Does
He
he?
agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
Really now?
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too.
It's a pretty impressive beard, I have to admit that. Okay. I actually just realized we need to talk more to this guy. We haven't actually
you
talked to him at
sit on this
all.
boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
Ah.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
No.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each
Okay.
other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog.
The
I
bog
ate one
dog.
nearly every
Ooh.
day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Oh yeah,
Yesterday
the
I
beard
found
is the
this
flipped like hat
strange green
thing.
powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice.
Oh,
Try it.
It looks
delicious.
Like, it looks. Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently.
Okay.
I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Mr. Remington left the cafe feeling ill. After Harper sold him a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe
Hydration.
feeling ill
Get back a
after
drink.
Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Oh, let's do last night
To
first.
ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Stretch? Okay, I can do that.
Not
Like
everything.
the little girl.
Just the storeroom over there.
Ugh.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh. That's great.
Someone
Oh my
made a
god.
costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
You're an unusual guy,
I
aren't
was
you?
told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Poison.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
The storeroom was broken into with
Because
a
the lockpick went missing.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
It might. Okay.
He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with.
Okay.
Why don't you show that to someone else? You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Is it ketchup? Is it mustard? Is it a third thing? Or is it the green bottle with a skull in it? Who knows? Hard to guess, surely. I was thinking
can't
that. I was
help
like,
you with that one.
it's probably that.
Sorry.
It's not like we heard of any
Why don't you
allergies or
show that
anything,
to
so.
someone else. It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently. It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there. I don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
I'm just clearing these out just to see if there's any
This is
observations.
the fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. Why don't you show that to someone else? I don't know everything, I can't help you with... Why don't you I don't know everything. I can't... Why don't you
Okay, present profiles,
I
Sally?
don't know what to say.
Okay.
It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently.
Really?
Which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance. I don't know very much about them.
That's you.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
He doesn't know much about himself, apparently.
I don't know very much about them. You have a lot of suspects. You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
And I am
Don't
Russian.
worry about
I don't
that.
know
Real
much
or
else.
not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly. He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Okay. Well. We're getting through this. We still need to find some stuff here, though. Oh, did I get all the notes of the protests? I didn't. Okay.
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here. And I'm impressed someone would want to.
Oh.
It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
I don't have any idea what the number could be currently, so let's go to the office.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped.
Is it
This
a puzzle?
door has 2 keyholes.
Oh my.
So, which key should I use in each one?
Okay.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle was spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard,
Okay.
our man of the world. A little help's in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF. And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
Okay.
It's a letter before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close, all due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease.
Interesting.
Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. Vincent, there's...
Okay.
And so, before, my dear Iris, but There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places. It's a letter
Okay. Alright.
An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
Yeah. The thing is, We did hear a gunshot. Well, the footage heard a gunshot, more accurately.
And all this. Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
There we go.
This photograph, it's a young Remington and some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Okay. First Order of Cryptozoological Hunters, headquarters 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. Younger Remington and sons of my friends are all holding rifles. Okay.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
Yes. Oh, there's quite a bit in here. Okay, let's keep looking around.
Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing. These animals... They're not... I don't recognize any of them. This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever. This is the... I don't know what's in that jar. I'm gonna stop looking. The open window looks... Oh. Hunting member... It would...
Hold on. Oh. There's more here, isn't there? Okay, there's one more thing. One more thing to click on. What is it?
Photos and... But one of the friends... Wait, this photo... Maybe... This... Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window.
Let's see. I have a thought about something. Hold on. Let's look at this, the hunting photo. So first of all, there's a year, 1963. And then I'm wondering...
I probably shouldn't leave until I've searched...
Oh, okay.
It's a sharp metal poker.
Okay.
For a fireplace. Hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
Fireplace poker. 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon?
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
Okay, okay. The hunting rifle explains what... Oh, sorry. The hunting photo explains why this was found at the crime scene.
The hunting photo explains why the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. I don't get...
I mean, it does.
The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Chapter 3, Richard Remington's real reasons. Oh? Oh? Ooh, Richard Remington is a subject now.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
The animation is lovely. We still need to find a challenge for him. However, we got some more things to show him. Swamp juice?
No thanks, my friend.
Bug
I'm
dog?
afraid I have no idea.
Hunting rifle?
Show it to somebody else. Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo.
I have a feeling that he was involved
with
with
this.
this.
Up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture.
Like, it may not be...
Show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
Yeah. I had a feeling you'd know something. There's nothing else to add. We only actually need one more clue. Let's go back to Harper then.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much. That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason, he was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Ah, thank you.
It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason. One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt.
Ah.
They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Interesting. Maybe he set up the tourist attraction as a way to draw out the real Boggy, so he could try and kill it. And whoever killed him didn't like that. Here's a thought. I'm gonna go here. Because I've got a lot of slimy things.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
Oh, that's not ominous.
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws of
Yeah.
any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home. I stood my ground.
Okay.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down its main attraction.
Unless he was sanctioning it himself.
bring me something with...
Okay, hold on. Let's do the liquid things then first. Black leggings.
Let's see. First thing, then tap the font. And now... Got it! Now I know what that... I'll write it down. Ah, that looks pretty similar to last time.
Yeah. We've got quite
Let's
a bit.
see. First thing we do is then tap...
Okay.
And now...
Job juice.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my... This was the exact same liquid.
Indeed.
Let's see. First thing, then tap the... And now...
Yeah.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests. There's something about that green slime.
Mm-hmm.
The fireplace broker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They left her at the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Indeed. Let's just clear all
You
these
can
up.
put that up.
Clear all these off as well.
No thanks. If you...
Ooh.
Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
Okay.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Alright. Actually, hold on. Have I shown you all the... I haven't shown you all the profiles.
I'm not even sure who that is. You should ask someone else. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Okay, well, we've cleared them off at least. Let's go to the gift shop. Kako Cam. Absolutely, I could do that. That's fun. I suspect Kako-chan did it.
What?
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them.
Yeah. Let's do the challenge.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Great, thank you. Great. That's so helpful. Small plastic toy sold at the gift shop has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in the bucket of water. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying. Where are you keeping all this? Is that one of your... I have no idea what that is.
It's a gun.
Where are you... Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can...
Alright, well.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Alright.
Ah!
What do you think of this?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Well, never mind.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask...
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
Taxes. He's afraid of Boggy?
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
Okay. Interesting.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
I don't know why. I don't think I need to mark any of these, but okay. We're missing something with Vanderpeer, so let's go speak to him actually. Because we haven't actually we haven't caught up with these guys in a little bit.
I found these designs for a costume, a Boggy costume.
The legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know.
Okay.
I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
Interesting. I haven't presented you with any of this.
That's great. I'm sorry I... What is it? Some evidence from last night?
Let me show him this
Vincent's
first.
work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess. Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there? I'm sorry, I have... What is it?
Just keep going through and see if there's anything, any elucidation here.
That's the...
Oh, there we go. That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
I'm sorry, I have not seen... What is it? Some evidence from last night?
I'm actually still missing a thing. This little thing here.
I'm sorry, I have not... What is it? Some...
He doesn't
I'm
care
sorry,
about this.
What is it? I'm sorry. What is
Okay.
it? I really don't have an opinion.
We still need a challenge folder for
You should
something. Come to think of it. Hydration? Absolutely. Folder's by far our least sort of explored
Try
person.
showing it to
Try showing it to somebody who cares.
the famous director and my friend.
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
You should try showing it to somebody different.
Okay, never mind. Alright, feels like I'm done talking to him. Great.
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery.
Wow.
I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Damn.
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well,
Random people would
that
absolutely
much
use
is
AI
clear,
for his
isn't it?
movies.
The
Seems
man
so.
obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Oh.
Yeah,
Evidently
I think
not.
he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
Okay. I haven't given you any clues. What do you think
If
of
you
this?
want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
Okay.
I don't really have... You won't be...
Okay, I'll show you.
I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
I need the bizarre noises. They're good.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know? If you want... You want... If you want... I don't...
Feels like I'm. I don't think I need to show him anything else because it seems like I'm done talking to him. You know.
You want me to?
I'm just gonna.
Now there's a man who could handle himself. Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
I suppose you only get one.
I think so, yes.
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What
Yeah.
an amazing creature.
It just seems like he's outright done
I've seen him
talking.
for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible.
Yeah, there's no other useful information here. Okay, let's go back to the museum. I'm just gonna check something as well. 'Cause I'm missing some notes in here as well.
In a different... It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place.
Ah.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show. Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time. Copyright MCM XXXIV. That'll be 1930, 1934? It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Okay. Is that everything on this one? It is.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is
Yeah,
something
we're showing that
bizarre
poster. Disney will
hybrid
have
between the
transfer.
real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's... You know, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe...
Spent long enough time to spoil it and the murderer. Ah, Gildersleeve.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefits.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh. I'm gonna show him this.
Is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
Oh, that's funny.
If I cared about that...
Is that everything? The folder say you lost something. Yes, he said he lost the lockpick.
You're wasting...
Okay.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Great. We need to look at the lockpick. I think. Do we get all the notes from here as well? Hold on. I did. Where are we missing notes? Are we missing any notes? I don't think we are. There's nothing in that way anyway. Ah, here. Oh, the protest. I have a couple of numbers I want to try now.
I'm
now,
impressed
anyway.
someone can.
Let's try 19... Was it 1963?
It's a piece.
Okay, what about 1934? Aha!
It's a journal. I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead. I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to him. That's all he's written. It's bad. It's...
I didn't mean to do that. Okay. And that's all the notes. Okay, we have all the notes at least. But we need to find... can we do... Is there anything... Yeah, we're done talking to him. Are we done talking to you? Yeah? Yeah, we're done talking to him. It's him. It's folder that we need to learn more about. Okay.
I don't think it's a this side of the museum.
There's something with the flowers. I thought we got that much. Okay, there's something about this. You want a hint? No, I should be okay. I'm just trying to figure out what I actually even need to look at.
So...
This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
Is that everything for that one then? Okay. There's something he can elucidate.
A good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them.
Okay.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Oh, obviously. Okay. Okay. Everything we have we've found. Okay, this is it with the crime scene. I'm wondering, is there something we missed here?
What's this? There's a lockpick
Aha!
amongst the weeds down here in the water.
I was thinking we must be missing the lockpick, and also there's an object missing from the crime scene section.
I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
Okay. Just go along here. 3.
That's the one. But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
I know where it came from, I think.
So,
is this yours?
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
I need to pick my questions carefully.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Aha.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
You mean the lockpick?
Where did I find this again? I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Okay. We're done talking to him as well. Really, are we?
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
The beginning of the end. Okay. There's a couple things I want to find out first. I've still got like one thing here to get. Maybe if I just. Maybe it'll be one of these probably.
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
All right.
An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place. This design is some bizarre hybrid. I've never... I have no... So, you found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
Oh, interesting.
You're waste... I've never seen... I have no... You're I've never...
Okay, there's no more clues to present. What about profiles?
Next time? Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature.
Really?
I explained to him what the real body
There we
looks like
go.
and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious.
Mm.
You should give it a try sometime.
Okay.
This person is of no interest.
Okay. See, the only thing I think we're missing something on the lockpick. If I were to go to the cafe, do you know anything about it?
I don't know everything.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. I'm fine.
Someone.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I was.
Just go back. Okay, I can see that. Okay. The lockpick is relevant to somebody. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's this. Because it's slimy.
Let's see. First, and now.
I mean, well, we pretty much got this solved now, but
got it. Now I'll write it. It's the exact same liquid again.
there we go. We've 100%ed everything.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
Final chapter, Boggy's criminal record.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Well, not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
There you go,
If
sir.
that's not Boggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
How can you prove they don't belong to a real creature? Because,
What's this?
Yeah.
I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records.
Mm-hmm.
The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers, a part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
Well, you see.
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
It's swamp juice.
This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure that Remington got ill and had to return
Make
to
sure
his
Remington got
office.
ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
The murder.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work
The
out.
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right.
Okay.
Drag them around and keep swapping into... And if you want to hear the sounds again...
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want.
Okay. So maybe that goes first. Culprit opens Remington's office door. Remington cries out in shock as Boggy appears. Regroups the curtain fabric.
I think that's it.
Ah, excellent.
There we go.
There's just 2 small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
It's in the headpiece.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when you compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
We're missing the body piece. Hold on.
Wait, you never found the body piece, the torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material, something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
Oh. Oh, that's a good question. Let's have a think. Ooh.
Where is...
Can I look at my notes? Where is the last piece of the costume? don't know. Is this the swamp dog?
Where is...
There's something I'm clearly missing here. A bridge?
Where is...
I'm trying to have a think. What evidence is there about that? That's what I want to look at, is the thing. I want to see if I can...
Where is...
If I could look at my notes, I might be able to deduce it, but let's have a think about this. Entrance. No. Museum?
Where is...
I might just have to keep clicking until I get it right, because I'm not entirely sure. Maybe,
How?
yeah.
We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
Echo was framed because... Wait, hold on. Echo was Buggy in disguise. Richard Remington was here to hunt Buggy, although...
Echo was framed because
That's not
Richard
right.
Remington was here to hunt Boggy. Oh.
Well, that doesn't make sense at all. I mean, that's true. Am I overthinking this?
The fireplace poker leads me to believe Echo was Boggy in disguise.
No, that doesn't make sense either.
A secret that Remington kept hidden in his office.
Oh, the hunting photo. Oh, yeah.
The hunting photo leads me
Yeah,
to
I'm
believe
overthinking it.
Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
The hunter and the hunted.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
How can you know what Boggy wanted? He might not be what you're...
Detective.
You. It's...
Hello,
I-
child.
Finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you.
He was very
but I
suspicious from the
never
beginning.
Intended to kill him, just to scare him, convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down the...
Hey, wait!
Oh, he's running. Oh my god. Boggy's real.
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Hey. That was a delightful game. I mean, 2.5 hours. Not really a long game at all, but absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed that. It's very cozy, yeah. Should have played this sooner. Caco Cam? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah!
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Ooh. How delightful. I'm very excited to play the next one. Tangle Tower. Oh, there's achievements that I've missed. Maybe I'll get them another time. Will I be playing more Tex Murphy? After that stream, I played through the next game after Under Killer Moon, and it's a big improvement in every way. All I'm going to say is stay tuned for Game Blast this year. We're revealing stuff about Game Blast next Friday. Stay tuned for it. That's all I'm going to say. I think it does have Rook in it. I'm pretty sure he plays in most of the games. Oh yeah, Detective Grimoire. What a delightful little game. And that's a game I finished on stream. Hey. How about that? Remove from that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just sorting stuff out in my Steam library now. Okay. I'm not going to do anything else in this stream. I mean, I know it's a bit of a shorter one because the game itself was short, but I'm going to send you guys off on a raid. We'll go say hi to Weird. who is playing some Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. So, I think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow as well. I haven't fully figured out what I'll be doing tomorrow. I have an idea in mind that I've put on my schedule. We'll see if it works out. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for coming today. We'll be playing Tangle Tower very soon, which I'm very excited about. I will see you all later.